Hello, and welcome to our 2022 discussion panel on the origins of Medusa in literature. I'm Dr. Jones, and I'll be your moderator this evening. I'll now have our three lovely panelists introduce themselves.
Bonjour, I'm Professor Poulain. I teach contemporary writing at Sorbonne University.
Hi, I'm Professor Smithner. I teach classic Greek lit at Yale.
Hey, Professor Crabtree from Bama State. I'm a professor in Latin literature. Salute.
All right, let's get started. Professor Crabtree, would you mind sharing a little bit with us about the historical origins of the Medusa text in canonical Latin literature?
Now, despite popular beliefs, old renditions of Medusa, the ones that we believe, are not what you think they are. It's a conspiracy theory, but it's true. And I'll tell you why today. One of the first texts depicting Medusa changes my perception and will now change your perception of Medusa. From Ovid. Beyond all others, she was famed for beauty and the envious hope of many suitors. Words would fail to tell the glory of her hair, most wonderful of all her charms. Fame declares the sovereign state of the sea attained her love, enchased Minerva's temple. While enraged, she turned her head away and held her shield before her eyes to punish that great crime. Minerva changed the Gorgon's splendid hair to serpents horrible, and now to strike her foes with fear, she wears upon her breast those awful vipers, creatures of her rage. Medusa used to be a beautiful woman, but curse fell upon her.
Thank you so much for that. Turning the discussion to Professor Poulain. For a narrative that has gone so long unquestioned, would you mind telling us about the appearances of Medusa in modern literature?
My job is to question and reimagine any stories, old stories. So I have a very interesting poem by Nikita Gill, Great Goddess. In Great Goddess, you know how in the original story, Medusa is punished and then she's like miserable, punished all the time by everyone. But in this new one, they redefine this with protection. She's protected by Athena. So there's a very important line. It's, I will not allow you to be your ruin.
Thank you. I think it's very interesting to see how these two texts interact with each other. If you kind of cut them up and put them line by line in comparison, each line is kind of contradicting the same line of the other text. If you look at the original by Ovid, it says that, when Athena provides the curse, it says, while enraged, she turned her head away and held her shield before her eyes to punish that great crime. Versus in the poem, we have, but sweet girl, I promise you I will not allow this to be your ruin. You are sacred, one of my own. In the poem, Athena is very motherly. She's protecting Medusa from the awful assault that has just been put upon her versus a punishment and a curse that we see in the original text.